But like you said, to the witches, to get to these witches.
Witches.
Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Click away, look away, close it, shut it down, throw it out the window.
No. Go watch the newest episode of WandaVision and then come back and finish the podcast.
Facts.
So, I'm going to just get right into it. So much happened.
Bitches be tripping.
Oh, my God. Okay, so first, we have officially... Wanda Maximoff was called Scarlet Witch. Officially for the first time in the MCU. We got it. She is Witch. The Scarlet Witch. We also saw that little, like... I don't know if it was, like... her looking into the future or whatever, but you kind of saw her... looking into, like, a past life or something like that. You saw, like, the Scarlet Witch.
The whole get-up and everything.
Which looked
dope.
Fucking awesome. And, you know, the whole... They did, I'm looking for the right word here. Retcon.
Retcon.
That's why I said rewrite, because I was like retcon. So they retconned basically her entire MCU origins.
Not really. I think they kind of just...
They built upon it, but it's basically a retcon because for the entire time that she's been in the MCU, the general consensus was she got her powers from the Mind Stone. Yeah. She was experimented on, and she got her powers from the Mind Stone. Now, with this episode, we're learning she had those powers already. Because, again, Scarlet Witch in the comic books, it started off with she just had like a... Her powers were based on probability.
Yeah, probability.
So... And you saw when the Stark missile fell, probability and she Stark Industries weapons don't fail.
That's facts.
They don't fail.
It's not Hammer Industries.
It's not Hammer.
It's Stark Industries.
Stark Industries out here. So that's the first time we see that. We also see where her love for sitcoms come from. She was always just a fan.
Yeah, that was cute.
It was cute. So
you saw the Dick Van Dyke into the Facts of Life, and then Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle, yeah. We also we've missed a couple of episodes. I will say the 90s episode.
Just the one I think we missed.
Wait, did we talk about
just the Office one? I think is the one we missed.
The Office one, yeah. So that intro is probably my favorite. I'm a big Office
completely
fan.
Ripped it. It was cool.
It was so fun because it was like, is this the Office or is it Family Matters? Modern Family.
It was more like Parks and Rec-y. It felt like more Parks and Rec.
Yeah, because it did have that, but the intro was 100%
that was the
Office. Which was fire. So, and it was just a fun episode overall. But getting back into this, because it's just a bigger episode. Obviously, in the previous episode, we get the reveal that...
Wait, we might have missed a couple more. Did we talk about Vision dying? When he left
we missed 3 weeks.
We missed the Halloween one.
Right? Yeah, which was when... All right, so we're just going to cut all of this out.
Though? Now I'm very confused where we are in life.
We did not
talk about Pietro because
we talked about Pietro, and that's the last thing we talked about.
Okay, so we showed that was when he showed up. That was
when he showed up. Okay. So we're just gonna cut all of this out, and we're gonna go to the beginning.
So Halloween episode.
Woo!
Pietro is a person. Fuck that. Maybe we go back. They saw that shit. We don't have to talk about that.
We don't need to talk about it. I mean, there are things that happened in the episods.
We can kind of jump back as needed.
So, like I said, in the previous episode, we get the reveal of I'm blanking on her name. Agatha Harkness. Which again, stable in the Marvel comics when it comes to Scarlet Witch and things like that. Agatha Harkness. There you go. You got it.
Agatha Harkness. I'm proud of you. Name.
I'm proud of you. You got it.
I try, but
But
she's never really been a villain in a lot of the iterations in the comics.
She hasn't. It's been kind of like flip-flop, so it's been like more like sometimes she's a friend to Wanda, sometimes she's
she was like Reed Richards' nanny.
So
which is wild.
I feel like the reaction she had at the end of this episode when she was like, I know what you are the Scarlet Witch, which in and of itself, kind of like begs the question: is the Scarlet Witch like a prophecy? Is it just like a reincarnation, or is it just like if you're the most powerful magic user at this point and you can use chaos magic, which again is what Scarlet Witch has in the Marvel comics, and it's the first time it's been mentioned in the MCU. She actually said chaos magic. You have chaos magic. I know what you are. You are the Scarlet Witch. So it begs the question how she earned that title, what exactly that means. The other thing is, and I saw something that was pretty cool. I don't know if you remember a couple episodes ago, because they always had the like commercials, and there was
the Nexus, right?
Not even the Nexus one.
Okay.
The one about the kid that was on the island and the shark comes
out.
Yeah,
the shark was like, yeah, thirsty, bro, or something like that.
And it was the yogurt. Nobody knew what it was about. The product name of the yogurt was Yo Magic, which was talking about the magic, and then it was showing that basically time was going by and the kid became a skeleton, kind of like showing what happened with Agatha and the witches that tried to take her magic. She stole their magic, and they all became corpses, skeletons.
It's a little bit of a reach.
So I feel like it was a little bit of a foreshadowing. It's a bit of a reach, but I find no other meaning to that commercial.
I thought it was just how life is meaningless, like Wanda said, and we're all just gonna die.
I think you're looking into it a little too much.
That's literally what she said, and then it just showed how life is meaningless.
And then what did Vision say though? What did Vision say though?
I ain't gonna lie, that line was very poetic.
Fire. He said,
grief is just love persevering. That was just. I was like, ooh.
That's.
I don't know if that was like I don't know if that's a Marvel original line or if that was taken from some other thing.
I don't know where it was taken, but that was great. I teared up. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
yo, this nigga's spitting right now. I got so excited. I was like, okay, I hear you, Vision.
Okay.
That was cute to see their first
very
little
cute.
date.
It was yeah, and they were watching Malcolm in the Middle.
That was cute.
So it was great. So getting back into I feel like Agatha's reaction was not necessarily that of she's evil, because they revealed Wanda's the one that started the entire thing.
Yeah.
She was in control of the entire thing. People were speculating, oh, maybe Agatha was the one that did everything. No, it was definitely Wanda. I feel like that reaction was more like, oh my God, that's what I was trying to leech off of, or that's like what I'm up against. Very like defensive, very like, this is a problem. If she's against me, like, I'm fucked. Yeah. Kind of reaction.
She's also saying all this while choking her children.
Which is not the right thing to do.
Yeah, you would think the least you would have got let go. Once you're like, oh, you the Scarlet Witch? You got it.
You got it.
My bad. My fault. I'm going to head out.
You want me to wash your house real quick?
Like that. I got to do something. You know the one with the blue eyes? I throw that bitch out the window or some shit. I handle her.
She talked about necromancy.
You know what I'm saying? Necromancy, yeah.
And, I'll bring your dog back.
Y'all bring the dog? She killed the dog.
That
was crazy.
She killed the dog. She said it.
John Wick was lacing up as he said that. She was like, say what? Hold on. Now this bitch wildin'.
I will say that little ending to the previous episode where it was all
so stupid. I hated it.
It was so great.
What are you talking about? Y'all dragging it. I was like, okay, we got it. We don't need all this.
Great.
I was so annoyed. And then that goddamn police standby screen is the real villain of that whole entire TV show. I've been wanting to punch my laptop or my TV or my phone, whatever I'm watching it. I'm just like, fucking shit.
Okay, going back into
last two episodes had post-credit scenes though.
I was just gonna talk about those.
That was crazy.
Gonna talk about. We're gonna go to the previous episode and talk about
previously on WandaVision.
On WandaVision, we're gonna talk about that post-credit scene first. So, in the previous episode, we have I'm blanking on her name,
Monica Rambeau.
By the way, fire.
Oh, yeah, she is fire.
Oh, my God.
Monica is fire.
People keep talking about Elizabeth Olsen, and don't get me wrong, Elizabeth Olsen.
She's pretty. But Monica is fire.
Monica Rambeau.
Fire flame.
Fire. So, she goes through the hex, and she comes out, and she's all superpowered and everything, and...
She's fire.
Fire.
She came out superpowered. That was cool, the whole little speech when they were handing out kids. They gave your mom the toughest one, and then she fought through the thing. I was like,
it was great. It was
made me kind of want to watch Captain Marvel, but then I remembered how boring it was. I like pass. Yeah. But it was cool.
It was cool. So, and then in the post-credit scene, we have Fietro, for fake Pietro. We don't know what he is. We see him kind of come up to her and be like, "Hey, so what you doing now?"
Snooper's got a snoop.
So Snooper's got a snoop. So is he in any way, shape, or form in control, or is he still? Because in this episode we figured out he's eyes and ears of Agatha Harkness. So was he just like working as a sentry at that point and was just like, oh, we have somebody trying to do something here. We're not gonna let that happen.
We also don't know when that snooping happened. You know what I mean? Chronologically.
So
while Wanda was snooping downstairs, maybe she went out back and just handled that with Pietro, and then was like, "Oh."
We also don't know what happened between
now.
them. We don't know what happened between them because they just didn't appear in this last episode.
Yeah, they did.
So, but getting back into the biggest, I feel like, reveal in the entire series, because obviously we've had, the reveal. Oh, you're the Scarlet Witch. That's cool. Which was a great moment. We have a new Vision, White Vision.
Technically, the old Vision, but just
technically an old Vision, but technically a Vision deprived of his emotions and his memories. If it's anything like the comic books.
Yeah.
And honestly, I feel like the bad guy in this whole thing is the director. I don't like him.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit. I get that he's like supposed to.
Wanda.
Which was, oh my god, when I saw that she just walked out, I was like, damn.
I thought she was about to throw hands. I was getting excited. I was like, yo, she about to set it off.
I thought she was going to throw hands.
But she said, I don't feel you anymore. I thought she was going to just obliterate everybody in that room.
Can we talk about, like, Elizabeth Olsen deserves some type of nomination for this role, because, like, can we talk about how, like, going back to what would it be, Infinity War, in the beginning when she's doing that little thing with the thing and she's like, I feel you, and then she tries to go back, I don't feel you anymore, which was just sad. And then you see
I thought she was finna kill everybody.
I thought she was about to go off.
I think she just walked out like a bitch. I was like, are you serious?
I mean, but that's the thing. She's not a terrorist. She's a hero. She's
kind of a terrorist.
I mean, just a little bit, but like,
But also, like, when she drove through Westview, I was like, that town's pretty shitty, so it kind of did it a favor.
Very
much. She's really a bad guy.
Even what's her name? The one who plays the mom in That 70 Show. She looked like she was not enjoying life there.
Kitty.
Foreman
probably was driving her crazy.
Probably. So.
Red is the dad. Well, but last names are both Foreman, but Foreman is
Eric Foreman, and the sister who was
I love that show.
It was great.
That was a great show.
Yeah. Speaking of shows,
first 5 seasons, because once you lost Kelso and Eric, it
was not
ass,
watchable.
titty, ass.
So,
but yeah, anyways, back to the other TV show we're talking about.
I think White Vision looked
dope.
So dope.
It looked dope.
Now, I'm gonna throw some things at you. I want to kind of hear your opinion, right? First thing, Paul Bettany, the actor that plays the Vision, he was doing an interview.
Oh, about the cameo.
The cameo. Yeah. And that he was very excited to work
with this guy.
With this person.
Yeah.
Now, was Paul Bettany just punking all of us, and he just wanted to work with himself, and he's like, I've always wanted to work with myself.
I always want to work with myself, quite frankly.
Or do you think there's room for another big reveal?
It probably is. With the I hate calling it White Vision.
We don't know how long this last episode is going to be.
I mean, allegedly they said it's going to be close to an hour, because the whole runtime is supposed to be 6 hours, and there's a blah 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 X amount of minutes left in that scheme.
Yeah, but does that include the credits though?
I don't know. I mean, it could be like 40 minutes plus credits or 45 minutes plus credits.
What I'm saying is, like, we don't know how long this last episode is going to be in terms of, like, is it going to be over an hour, under an hour? This last episode was like 40 minutes.
Yeah, 47 minutes.
So, taking out the credits are legitimately 7 minutes long. Yeah. It's a 40-minute episode. So,
but back to White Vision though, real quick.
Okay.
And also back to the Paul Bettany reveal thing. Yeah. It wouldn't be a huge reveal, I guess. So maybe it's not that big of a cameo, but in the comics, White Vision was brought to life by Hank Pym. Is Michael Douglas going to be?
Michael Douglas is
going to help out with the creation with the director and making White
Could
Vision.
be. And, Michael Douglas, big name.
That's a big
Who
name.
wouldn't want to work with Michael Douglas?
But I feel like he's not big in terms of like MCU big.
He's
Michael
not
Douglas in
big.
terms of like, Hollywood nostalgia
Hollywood,
and stuff like
yeah,
that, then yeah, he's a
huge.
big deal. But like, I don't really want to see Hank Pym and old ass Hank Pym just chilling.
After I got young Hank Pym in
Which was
Endgame,
so weird.
Oh my god.
The CGI on that was really bad. I was like, oof, this is tough. Like he moved, but his face
Not as
would
bad
stay in
as
one
Luke
spot.
Skywalker. But
That was really bad.
Oh my god!
That
Because I
was-
finally caught up on Mandalorian.
Oh,
and
so you finally saw that thing?
I'm fine. Oh my god, that was so
really bad. I was
like, it was very hype.
You could have just got fucking the Winter Soldier.
We talked about this.
I forgot his real name. Sebastian Stan. There you go.
So
they should have just got him, bro. Like that made no
100%,
sense to me.
100%.
Just have him do it,
yeah.
and then he wanted to be him anyway. But anyways, back to Vision.
So going back, I don't think that's big enough.
Yes,
to
yeah.
have made
In
a-
terms of MCU, now it's not that big.
not big enough.
But I mean, maybe Paul Bettany is a huge Michael Douglas fan.
He
He
might
loves
be
Wall Street.
huge,
You know?
I just imagine Paul Bettany just watching Wall Street,
Just like-
losing his shit.
He was in a great movie called The Knight's Tale. If you ever seen that, hilarious movie with Paul Bettany
I did not
and the late great Heath Ledger is also in that movie.
really.
It's a really funny movie.
So again, I want to pop some more theories off you.
Okay.
Because keeping the Paul Bettany thing in mind, we're gonna come back to that. What was your reaction to her creating Vision when she did this, when she released her powers and she created Vision in the Hex? What was your reaction to that? Because she literally created, which is something she can do.
Yeah,
in the
created
comic
him.
books.
That was just like my mind took me like two places, right? I was like, okay, when at first I was like, is she creating Vision or is this some sort of like, kind of taking Vision away from there but putting him here? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know what you would call that. Type of transfer.
I know
Pretty
what
sure
you
there's a
mean.
word
I don't
for
know
it.
what I don't know
exactly.
what the word is.
At first I thought maybe that's what she was doing, but then I was like, nah, that kind of doesn't make any sense. Blah blah blah. So I thought it was fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like she really just made vibranium because they were tracking Vision's vibranium thing. She made vibranium.
Made Vision. It was not.
That was crazy.
It's
I was
not
like,
it's not a cheap cop. She actually
made it
made
from head to toe.
Vision. Now, obviously, we should be getting a Vision versus White Vision type of fight.
That'd be lit.
Again, Paul Bettany. He just wanted to act with himself. That's all he
That's what
wanted.
it was.
That's what it was.
That'd be hilarious if that's really what it was. He just wanted to
You know what?
be Paul Bettany and be Paul Bettany.
I'd respect him for it.
I really would. I would love that.
But I feel like what would end up happening.
I think she could bring Black Panther back.
I actually have this really cool sweater. I'm gonna bring it next time. Rest in peace to the king. Rest in peace, Nipsey too. Rest in peace to all these black kings we've been losing, man. They bring back Vision, but they can't bring back the.
How long you want to keep this?
I don't want to break the silence.
I was like, we do, nobody wants to see two people with their head down for like 20 minutes.
All right.
Because I'm prepared to go all day. You know what I mean? But
we don't have all day. We
back
have
to
like
Vision.
24 minutes. But
back
we're
to
gonna go
the
back
Vision
into
and
it.
the Scarlet Witches.
I feel like what's gonna end up happening is the subconscious.
Subconscious. You had it right.
Okay.
Trust yourself.
Right.
right.
I've been fucking up today. So
Sorry.
like,
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna like merge with White Vision, and then we're gonna get a new old Vision where it's gonna be the Vision that has the memories from inside the Hex, not necessarily previous to that, but there's gonna be emotions, and it's gonna be like the Vision that we've gotten in the show is gonna come back to the MCU, whether or not he's still gonna be white or
So
back
you
to
think
the
they're going to
original.
break out the fusion dance?
I feel like something like that's gonna happen. Because remember, the Vision was based on the Mind Stone, so I feel like when it comes to like subconscious and things like that, it could maybe be transferred. But
you also have, I'm pretty sure. Oh my God, I'm blanking on her name.
Agatha Harkness.
No.
Is she MCU?
Yeah. Oh my God.
What movie?
Shuri. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure she has something there.
I mean, that was a
they
theory.
can kind of merge.
That was
together.
a theory because she was able to like.
So maybe they take White Vision, and then they take her to thing, and they do something, or maybe they fuse, and then they take her and get the rest. They
bring Shuri into the hex with whatever it is she has from the Vision.
Uh-huh.
They fuse both of them. That's what gives Shuri power and becomes the next Black Panther. Even though all she has to do is eat the.
But they burnt all the fruit.
So that's how you do it.
But did they make? Because that's a whole other conversation. Whether there's more, are they making more fruit? Can they make more fruit?
Can they make more fruit? That's the question.
You gotta let that open ended. But
because like if they could, they would. But like, can they?
I'm saying so that's literally T'Challa could be the last Black Panther.
R.I.P. to Black Panther.
Rest in peace. But wait, that could be a thing because what's his name said right that it's not just a Mind Stone. It's Jarvis and it's a little bit of Tony and it's a little bit of Bruce. They're like
there's
all in
so
there.
There's so much in there, but that's the thing. That's why I said new old, because if that information is just not available, right? If Shuri wasn't able to download,
I wish he wouldn't like a little thumb drive.
I mean, you would
plug
think
it into his neck and just download it.
You would think
SSD because probably a lot of files.
Exactly.
Probably about 2 terabytes.
Yeah. So you'd have to have a pretty big. What's that called?
SSD hard drive. I mean, well, you're gonna need a hard drive.
Oh, yeah. For
so
that,
you need like
an
SSD hard drive.
You'd need to connect it to a computer.
Yeah.
Download that because you got to get that fiber cable to be able to download everything quickly.
I mean, this is they have a lot of tech, so maybe like Shuri can really put it into like a little thing.
We are talking Wakanda right here, so they more advanced.
Maybe they stream it. Streaming is the future, so maybe they're streaming the knowledge through a vibranium satellite into his face.
I don't think that's what it is.
Science.
I don't think that's what it is.
They're making a phone call. Like when I make a phone call, right? The signal goes up to the satellite and it goes back to the phone that I'm calling. So, right, she takes the information, shoots it up to a satellite, and the information shoots back into.
You know what? I actually wouldn't put something like that.
Science.
Science. You know what? You got me.
Shit.
You got to put the meme here.
I went to school for a little while. You went to school?
Nice.
I went to college.
So, what do you think about my theory about like them kind of like merging or some shit like that?
I feel like that's probably something that could happen. I thought they said they could do some fusion dance and then they get Vision. But there's a lot of like a lot of questions. You know what I mean? Because technically, Wanda's still a dick.
She is technically still a dick.
So it's like, what's gonna happen to Wanda post all of this? Because then he did say that Wanda's gonna be a huge theme across Phase 4.
Which makes sense seeing this because she was already like overpowered. She just became
stupid OP now.
Stupid OP.
And it's
especially like if Agatha Harkness kind of like doubles back and like
trains her or something,
training her,
that'd
and
be
teaching.
wild.
She would become.
But what does Agatha know? Because the bitch didn't get trained. She was like, "Help me control it." Nobody told Agatha.
No.
So who's going to teach Scarlet Witch?
She was already taught because remember when she was like, oh, even like basic spells like doing this.
Yeah, but like she had to learn that herself. So she got like the Hard Knocks version of it.
She was already a witch. And they put her at the pole because she like went to like the dark magics or something like that, which is like something you're not supposed to do.
But she wasn't full. It's low key like Luke, right? He was not really a Jedi. Like he was trained for like 25 minutes.
Yeah, but if you
and then he learned everything all his own.
The greatest Jedi of all time, most people would say Luke Skywalker.
Anakin Skywalker.
So, I mean, I agree with you.
And also
Obi-Wan Kenobi,
like me. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just showing you a little taste of what I could do. Nothing serious.
Yeah, cool.
That was all using midichlorians.
I
lose a lot of midichlorians nowadays because of the goddamn hand sanitizer, man.
Oh, bro, because it's
so like my power low key ain't
99%
as strong as it used to be because
I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
Goddamn COVID, bro.
It's COVID, man. All COVID's fault. So,
it's crazy. That's the weakness to Jedi's.
Last
hand
couple.
What powers? But anyway, sorry.
Last couple of points. Going back to Pietro, do you think he is actually? Do you think there's room to make it that he's actually the X-Men version, or is he just some like random guy that Agatha just like gave powers to.
I don't think so, because that's not like the MCU style. They don't do things just to do things.
But the thing is, we're talking magic. This is the first time like magic. Like, yes, we got magic in Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but like they don't do things just to do things. You know what I mean? There's a meaning to why they chose him. There is a meaning
to everything. Now, the thing is, from what I've read, I'm not 100% sure if this is right, but Kevin Feige said that they had thought about bringing back the other actor. I'm blanking on his name. But the other actor that played Quicksilver in the MCU, but they ultimately didn't. So does that mean it didn't matter? You know what I mean? And they just decided, you know what? Since we can use him, let's just use him. Let's give everybody that little.
I don't think so.
I personally don't think so.
I think it's got to be something deeper. And I also feel like maybe that Scarlet Witch you saw is from like another dimension or multiverse or something.
Now, do you think that when she released her powers for the first time, that kind of maybe created a rip in
the fabric of reality?
Maybe.
I don't know. There's a possibility.
Which is why, like, you know, maybe she saw those glimpses and maybe, you know, things are just getting altered. And I feel like it is the X-Men version, but Agatha just kind of, like, put him under her control.
Yeah.
And eventually when he gets out of that, there's going to be a whole, like, I'm not from here. And I would love
to go back
if the big reveal is Magneto.
That'd be dope. That would be fire.
Played by Sir Ian McKellen.
I don't know if I want Sir Ian McKellen.
He's just
low
don't get
key,
me wrong.
It makes sense with Paul Bettany, Sir Ian McKellen.
That's what I'm saying.
Or Sir Patrick Stewart.
So I mean,
that'd be
either
crazy.
one of them.
Because if you say I really wanted to act for a long time, why not?
Those are top tier
British actors ever in history.
They got knighted, people. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's how.
Or maybe it's Sir Elton John.
We cracked it.
Boom. No, but on a serious note, though, I think also Agatha Harkness, tough name, is Loki from another dimension too. Because where has she been at? That clip was from like 1863, that flashback, something like that, or 1763, or something. I know the last 2 weeks was 63.
Just don't know. We don't know what how witches
just vanished for fucking 400 years.
We don't know how witches work.
Witches be tripping.
But all I'm saying is, the ancient one was alive for 50 bajillion years.
Says she was hiding from the ancient one. She didn't want that smoke. But she was before the ancient one.
No, the ancient one was a couple thousand years.
Oh, so she a couple thousand years old?
Yeah, she was legitimately like immortal.
We got that. I know she was immortal, but when did she start being immortal? She didn't wake up and was like, I'm immortal. Like something led to her being immortal.
Fair enough, but
she was just like, I'm immortal.
That's exactly how it was. Like you wake up and you're like, holy shit, I'm immortal. That's what I would do.
Yeah, but like, where has she been at this whole entire time? So I feel like maybe she's from another dimension.
That's very
felt
possible.
That power and was like instant transmission, Loki, and went to that dimension.
The tear in the realities,
she saw the
bro.
Tear.
She saw the tears and she was like, yo, let me just grab this guy real quick. She slipped through. Yeah. She saw what it was and she was like, random access.
Loki. She was like, I think that's Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. That's her brother. Let me grab that.
Oh wait,
took him over.
Yeah, boom, bro.
We're really cracking codes here. We're really cracking codes here right now.
Here, man.
It's just like, it's what I do. And maybe she's from a time in which the Scarlet Witch is dead. That's what was like, oh my God, you're the Scarlet Witch.
And maybe.
And that's why Pietro was dead too, because he said the necromancing, she had to bring him back to life and bring him. Yo, I'm really out here, son.
Bro.
I connect dots is what I do. Here, I dot connect.
The reason why the other little like hint that makes me believe that this Pietro is the X-Men version is there was that moment when Wanda looks back at Vision and you see dead Vision, and then there was a moment when she looks at Pietro and it's dead Pietro with all the shots. That wasn't real because you know the theory was, oh, she has his dead body and she's animating it. Since that's not true because she actually created the Vision too. I feel like that kind of that takes away any legitimacy to saying like, oh, that's supposed to be the MCU version of Quicksilver, in any way, shape, or form. So, and she did say that the body was in another continent with holes in it.
Yeah.
Which was slightly disrespectful.
Yeah, it was. She was talking real disrespectful, bro.
She was very disrespectful.
I'm like, yo, Wanda, you gonna slap this bitch?
Well,
you can't use your powers, but at least...
Wanda could have used the powers because of the runes.
You still got hands.
It's all about the runes. God of Wars.
You still got hands.
It's all about the runes, bro. You
still got... Slap her one time. She needs you. She's not gonna kill you. You could have got away with a slap.
Are the kids real?
No. I think she created the kids, but once they leave the hex, they die. Same thing with Vision. She created Vision, and once Vision leaves the hex,
but Vision's going to be downloaded into the new Vision. So
no, I'm saying using that theory. If she created the kids, they can only live within that hex.
Yeah. All right, so
but I think that's going to be a whole thing. Like when this hex, she doesn't want to lose her kids. Just like in the comic books, them trying to prove to her that her kids aren't real.
Books, the kids are also
and then they go crazy.
Like a part of the soul of Mephisto or something like that.
Yeah, he feeds off the soul of the kids. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So it's like. That's going to be a whole another thing. Now, like, I don't want to leave this place.
Do you think there's a possibility of Mephisto showing up?
Probably. I mean, there was the whole demon spawns thing with Quicksilver or Fietro. Fietro. There you go. Yeah, with him. So, I mean, maybe. And maybe that's why he's low-key kind of sentient, right? Like, he was able to, go find Monica. Like, yo, what you doing down there? Snoopers be snooping. Maybe that is Mephisto. Maybe they partnered up to find out who the Scarlet Witch is. You know what I'm saying? Or if she is the Scarlet Witch. Okay. And then Blackheart comes out, and that's gonna be the end credit scene. Is Blackheart just coming out the ground and fucking somebody up?
Okay. Who's Mephisto? Who's casted as Mephisto?
Me.
You?
I don't know. Is there somebody? I don't think there is.
No, I'm asking if Mephisto shows up, who's the guy? Who? Because again, it has to be somebody that Paul Bettany was like, I wanted to work with him for so long.
Ooh, what do you even think of it? Mephisto. It would have to be a completely.
It have to be and it'd have to be a pretty big
huge
name.
Guy. Huh. I'm trying to think who's menacing. I don't know,
bro.
I don't got
Keanu Reeves.
God no, please. I like Keanu.
I'm telling you cool. Right now, Keanu is at some point going to be in the MCU.
As what?
I don't know.
I don't want
it's Keanu Reeves, man.
I like Keanu Reeves. Don't get me wrong. He's good at punching things. But, I don't really want to see the man act.
Fair enough.
If you want to put him in a movie, make sure you got no lines.
Also, just as a quick snippet,
punching things.
Marvel got the rights back to the TV versions of Jessica Jones and Luke Cage
and Punisher.
Yeah. Recently, so first off, John Bernthal
better come back.
He better come back.
Yeah, I don't really care about Jessica Jones.
I don't care about Jessica Jones. I don't care about
the first half of season 1 of Luke Cage. I don't know if there was a season 2, but the first half, right up until Cottonmouth dies, that show was great. Once Cottonmouth dies, I couldn't watch it anymore.
I'm okay if they're brought back at a limited capacity, but Punisher, John Bernthal, he needs to come back. Yeah. Have his own show again.
Charlie Cox.
And Charlie Cox has to come back as Daredevil.
And
which again, they're making they're making a She-Hulk series, and it was I think the quick synopsis was that it was gonna also be based on the fact that she's a lawyer. So one of the things was maybe she's Charlie defending Cox, somebody, and Charlie Cox that's how he gets introduced into the MCU, which would be pretty great. It would be cool. It'd be cool.
It'd be dope to see Alison Brie. We talked about this before too, but it'd be cool to see Alison Brie as She-Hulk.
Yeah,
I like Alison Brie.
I do like Alison Brie.
I have a little crush on her. I've been watching Community.
I've
watched it twice. We watched it 2 times because the first 3 seasons are amazing, and then the 4th season is and then the 5th season Donald Glover leaves, and then it's not the same.
Fair enough.
But his first 3 seasons are arguably, put it toe to toe with any TV show, is goated.
Yeah.
Goated.
Okay, so
season 1 and 2 of Atlanta also goated. I need season 3.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see what ends up happening. I'm actually as much as I feel like we have the answer, I feel like we don't have the answers. We don't have all the answers. Because I feel like the cameo could be a quick little, almost like a post-credit cameo that introduces a huge character into the MCU. But Paul Bettany said that they had a lot of chemistry on set, so it's kind of they'd have to
have a full thing. Or maybe it is him, and he had a lot of chemistry with himself.
He had a lot of chemistry with
I'm really hoping that's what it is.
You know what? That's hilarious. If you were working with yourself, I feel like
we had great chemistry.
It'd be great chemistry.
That would be. I mean, we'll see what happens, man. But it was something I wanted to say, but then I lost my train of thought. What else? Something about something.
No, something about something.
That's life.
So real quick before we wrap things up, I'm just gonna say the other shows, Disney, the other MCU shows coming out this year.
Okay.
Just quick reactions. So obviously Falcon Winter Soldier, March 19th.
Okay.
Loki got a release date. It's gonna be coming out in June.
I'm not too excited about that one.
You're not so excited about it? I feel like this one is gonna be very much kind of like in line with WandaVision in terms of like it's gonna work as a TV show. Like it's just like because he's gonna be like supposedly traveling through different periods of time and things like that and doing a lot of
like
mischievous
Carmen
things.
Sandiego with Loki. I don't know.
I'm fine with it. I'm excited for it. What If is supposed to come out in the summer?
That seems cool.
It seems very cool.
That'd be the last appearance of T'Challa.
R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. The Chadwick Boseman. Miss Marvel is also launching late this year.
They didn't get Mia Khalifa. I'm not interested. That was an easy cast. I don't know why you missed it, Marvel.
I disagree with you. Captain Marvel is going to be showing up in this.
Mia Khalifa looks like Miss Marvel.
Yeah, but she's too old.
Even if she had a hot load on her face. She looks young. She looks like
I feel like
18, 19 years old. And you could push it
the
back.
body proportions, they just don't. I don't think.
I mean, she has the superhero body proportions. Just because she took
Hawkeye.
a couple loads to the face doesn't mean anything.
Hawkeye
Who
debuts on Disney Plus late this year.
I also could care less about Hawkeye.
They haven't shown much about it, so it's like I don't know how to feel about it. Marvel Studios Legends, which is a new show.
About
they showed up, which is basically, it's just gonna revisit iconic moments in the
MCU.
and it's
So
gonna
documentary
kick
type thing.
off by highlighting the WandaVision,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll watch that. Maybe I'll circle to it.
which is not coming out until apparently January 8th.
When is I was gonna say Scarlet Witch? Ooh, we Black Widow coming out officially.
I'll check that right now.
'Cause I do want to see that. That's definitely something I do.
So really quickly, in Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and Europe, Disney Plus on February 23rd got Logan, Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and New Mutants. So at some point they should be coming to the.
Oh God, New Mutants! I heard is a mess.
I heard that too. Black Widow is supposed to hit cinemas on May 7th.
Okay, so a few months for that. Okay.
We're supposed to get 4 MCU movies this year. So Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Let's go.
July 9th. Can't wait for that. The Eternals, which is I think the one that I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
What? It got my guy in there. Kamal Nanjiani. Fucking love that guy.
I do like Kamal Nanjiani, but I don't know about that. Yeah.
So Eternals, November 5th of this year, 2021.
And
then we are getting Spider-Man.
There we go. That's all I care about. December,
Christmas.
right? Yeah, that's all I care about.
That's honestly the one that I care about the most. And that is supposed to lead into
The Multiverse of Madness.
Which is
lit.
I can't wait for that movie.
And then that's gonna just be litness after that.
So, I like what the MCU is doing. I remember we had a conversation. We went to the first screening midnight, day 1 of Endgame.
Lit.
And we went to a diner afterwards, and we were just talking. We were just like, "Are we done with the MCU? Is it just like, is there anything they can do that can possibly like?" And now I don't know if it's. Do you think COVID and the fact that we didn't get any MCU thing at all for an entire year, do you think that plays a part in it? Do you think the amount of time since Endgame kind of first came out and everything that happened with that plays a role? Or do you think that Marvel actually has a legitimately good like roadmap and they're doing enough to like keep people engaged and keep people thinking like, you know what, yeah, all of that happened and you can think that was the biggest event that ever happened in the history of cinema, but they actually like have a roadmap that can surpass it.
I mean, maybe. I mean, only time will tell.
Because I remember you were adamant that you were done with the MCU?
No, I was just like, I feel like my MCU was done. That's what I was saying. Like, I feel like this is what I grew up with was, Favreau and Downey's Iron Man, and then from that on, I kind of grew up with all of this. So I feel like my MCU was done.
Yeah.
Like the guys that I looked at as, that's Iron Man, that's Captain America. When my son grows up, it'll be like, who?
Now,
like that. And now it'll be a new, chapter of new stuff. But we'll see what they do with it. I mean,
also, I'm pretty sure we touched upon it in an earlier episode, but there were rumors that Chris
Brown.
No, there's so many Chris's.
Humphreys. Jones.
Can you like?
Is it MCU, Chris?
Yeah.
Pratt, Evans.
I don't know why. I was thinking Hemsworth. I couldn't get Hemsworth out of my.
I mean, he's a very attractive
man. But yeah, so Chris Evans, there was reports that he was in talks with.
To come back, right? Yeah.
To come back and reprise
So
his role. So we'll see what happens with that.
Maybe like Loki bumps into him on his adventures through time and history.
I mean, or maybe he's an alternate reality. The Hydra version.
Oh yeah, Hydra.
Hell, Hydra.
Or you get who they said they had somebody in line. Oh, there was a rumor about Captain Britain. Some British dude is Captain Britain. I forgot who it was.
I remember that. I don't remember who.
I think it was a British guy. Oh, duh, stupid. It was Superman.
Oh, Henry Cavill. Yeah,
Henry Cavill.
Which Witcher 2. I hope that comes out this year. Like it's just random, but like you said, Henry
Witcher
Cavill
was great.
And my mind just jumped to that. Like he's Superman and everything, but
he's also the Witcher.
So
and that show was great.
Amazing. So we're going to end it on that very random note.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Please, like, subscribe,
all of that good stuff.
Leave some comments down below. Let us know what your theories are for the next episode of WandaVision, and who do you think is coming out on top in the NBA this year for the NBA Finals. So stay tuned, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.